Hey, this is ASpengler, and this is episode 24 of Building the Cologne Cathedral in Lego. Sorry that it's been such a long time in between this segment and the last one. That the main reason just because I was off on my regular school term, but now I am back. So hopefully in the next 3 months we will be able to finish Cologne Cathedral. I know I keep saying that I want to get it done by this time and this time, but it keeps getting pushed back. But hopefully, we'll be able to get it done this segment, or not this segment, but this work term that I'm on currently. So, going back to what we did last, I know it's been a while, but last time we were working on these upper parts of the towers. So, I did run out of pieces, I remember. So, you saw that Bricklink video, so I did get a bunch of restocked pieces. So, in this segment, hopefully we can get these two towers back up to the same state. This one's a little bit more done than the other one, so we'll just start off by getting those up to the same point of completion. Maybe I'll extend the columns up a little bit just because this height is not the same as the top height of the window. But so the main area that we'll be working on this segment again is these two towers. Some other things that I kind of want to work on are going back here. We have the columns for the side entrances, so we have these two. That side is basically done. This side still needs the columns here and then a top part right there, so that also is something that I might do. I also want to try to get a roof up on top of the cathedral just so I can know where it will be, so I don't accidentally build into it on some of these parts up here, so just to be safe. But definitely at least I want to get done more work on these top tower areas, so just getting those completed, or at least at an equal level of completion. I know I still have to, I believe, add one more layer of windows on top of these, and then it's the roof, or just the top of the turrets. So those are getting pretty close to the done. As far as completion on the cathedral, we're definitely over 60%, and so that's looking pretty good. And going back to just over the past couple videos, I know the audio quality has been pretty bad. I've just been using the microphone in my camera, so I apologize for that, especially on those army videos. I couldn't do anything about that just because those were all pre-recorded. But I did purchase a microphone, so if the audio sounds a little bit different, that's the reason. I'm still kind of working around with it, so it's, on some of the more recent videos or in the next couple of weeks, the audio might sound a little bit funny. That's just because I'm figuring out the new microphone, but hopefully at least the audio is improved from before, at least in my personal opinion. I think it's, even though I might not have mastered this microphone yet, at least the baseline, the audio is better than what it used to be. So again, I apologize for that. Definitely time for an upgrade on audio, and another sign, I guess, that the channel's expanding. So thank you guys for sticking with me, even though the audio might have been pretty poor. Hopefully I can continuously improve the audio quality, and hopefully in the future improve the video quality as well. So thank you for sticking with me. And as far as going forward, I do want to get more videos out, not just with the building segments, but I want to do some more army video, or maybe not army videos for a little while, but definitely new vehicles. And something that I'm thinking about doing is releasing instructions for some of my vehicles, so I'll talk about that a little bit towards the end of the video. But definitely give me some feedback on some improvements that you guys think could happen for this channel, and any video ideas. So with that, I don't think there'll be any time lapses for this segment, but we'll go ahead and get started up on these top columns, or top towers. So let's go ahead and get working. Okay guys, coming back after a pretty decent amount of work. So I started off up on the towers, trying to get those kind of started off. This one was more done than the other tower, so I first off made sure that they were both at the same point of completion, and then I started doing a little bit more work on each of them, and I started work on the roof. You probably can't see a ton, but I did work on the roof on this section, and then I did more work on the upper roof that's back here. And if you look closely, I also worked on the inner windows. So on these towers there are 4 windows facing all directions. So I had the 3 here done, and then this one was not done before, so I did that one. I just added those in. So I did that on either side, and so that's the main thing that was worked on. So started off with a lot of work on the towers, and then I did some work on the roof. So at first I just made this one big roof section, so this one right here, and I was gonna have them connect this front area to this back area, but it was a little, I don't know, it wasn't the best sort of setup. So I decided just to make a little section of roofing, which is what you see right here. So I made that first, but then decided to make a smaller one that works a little bit better. So that's this area. So didn't get any work done on the far back, so get that out of the way. Hopefully in the next segment I'll get working on more of those columns, but again, I didn't get any work on that yet. I want to get started on those buttresses at some point, but other than the roof on that section, this is the only thing that I worked on there, so I want to go a little bit more in depth on the towers. So here we have this roof section, so this just kind of pops off right here. So this is how that looks. So it's not super complex, just a simple roof piece with the little hinge joints right there. And I decided to combine, since I have so many of these 1x2 plates, I combined those with the 1x2 tiles in sand green to make the roof, and I threw in a couple black tiles in there as well, just to give it a little bit more detail. And then on top there's just this pattern that I created to try to represent what they have on the cathedral. So there's that roof section right there, and then for these tower pieces, they also just pop up and off like this. So here we can get a little bit better view of what was being worked on this segment. So before I had these 3 sides, so these 3 windows done, and I didn't start on this 4th one yet just because I didn't know how the roof section would fit in. So I waited to do that, but now that the roof section was done, I was able to see how that fits in, and then I was able to build accordingly to that. So there's that section right there. Pretty similar to the other ones, but just wanted to give you a little bit closer look at it. Some other things I just built up a little bit on here. Didn't do a ton of work as far as getting it taller, but finished up some details. Some of them weren't completely done, so those are now some areas filled in that weren't finished yet. So that's what happened here. I did make a few changes to the very front of the cathedral. I just didn't really like how this main window area looked, so I made the frame a little bit smaller. I counted the number of kind of lines are in the window frame on the actual cathedral, and I made it accurate to that. And then I edited the kind of decoration part on the top of the main window here, just to make it look a little bit better and more accurate. I might at some point fix this section right here to make it more of an arc instead of just a little curved part. So that section's not the most accurate and doesn't look super good, but I don't know currently what I would do instead of what it's like currently. So we'll just see how, if I come up with an idea, I might change that. But there's a couple edits here. I also made this top part right here a little bit skinnier, so you could see this section a little bit better. Before, this column were a little bit closer, so they were blocking that a little bit so you couldn't see it very well. So I just cut it down by 1 brick width, and so that's what it is now. So pretty good amount of work. Not super noticeable on height, but it was nice getting the roofs put in and just at least started. So we're set up for building taller now. You got the full ring around these towers, so that's looking good. And as far as next segment, I might work more on at least getting these parts of the columns up to the same height right here. But other than that, I really want to get started on the side entrances, so you'll probably see that as well in the next segment. So something else to look forward to. I did mention in the beginning of this video that I was talking about selling instructions for some of my custom builds. How this would work is just, I don't know completely how I'm gonna have them set up, but I'll probably send out a couple of videos focusing on the certain build that I'll be sending or selling the instructions on. The 2 that I'm thinking of at the moment is the Panzer 38T and my Pak 40, I believe. And so, or those currently are the only ones I have with instruction PDFs. So I'll be looking to try to get more of my other builds in instruction format so I can sell them off, but I am looking to get some other forms of revenue so I can make sure I can keep building Cologne Cathedral. So it's pretty expensive buying all these Lego pieces, so just if people could buy the instructions, it would help support the channel. So I'll be, just stay tuned for that. I know some people in the past have said they'd wanted to purchase some instructions, so you could see, just follow along. I'll probably post a video or something highlighting the certain kit or model that I'll be selling, and it most likely will just be going through people contact me, and then I will just forward like an invoice or something. So that's what I was talking about before, so stay tuned for more information on that. But as far as this segment, that's going to be it for this segment. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.